Regardless of what is showing up for you right now, your person, they love you. Your person, they want to be with you. Your person is looking for every single reason to reach out to you, to spend their time with you. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why that's the case. But first, hi everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Matthew, and I'm here to help you create your perfect life. So if you need my help in doing that, check the links down below in the comments section or the description. They'll take you to my website where you can sign up for my various coaching packages. With that out the way, let's get into this video. The reason I can make such a bold statement like that, despite the fact that many of you probably will say, but my specific person is doing this, my specific person is doing that, is because the minute that you change your thoughts, you are changing your future. Right this second, if you were to say to yourself, my specific person absolutely adores the life out of me. They would want to do anything to be with me. They are head over heels for me. In this moment, that is true because you are entering the state of that being the case. Now, if you want that to actualize in your 3D reality, it is simply a case of redirecting your focus and re-entering that state on a regular basis. But ask yourself right now, when I think of my specific person, what is the first thought that comes to mind? That is where your old thoughts have been lying. That is where your assumptions have been lying. That is what will be true for you. So the way that you can simply swap that is to create a new thought, a new assumption that does benefit you. This is how you can know that they are in love with you, that they are head over heels for you, that they would do anything for you. Because the minute, not even the minute, the second you start to think it, or you say it out loud, or you write it on a bit of paper, or you visualize them telling you, it is true. It is simply just true. Our thoughts create. And if we can get into a state of fulfillment every time we say it, every time we think it, every time we write it, we are creating. Your current 3D thoughts, your current 4D thoughts is your future 3D reality. Which means if you want them to love you, they do. The minute that you say, this person loves me, this person's head over heels for me, this person would do anything for me, you are creating that for yourself. The only reason that it might take longer to come up than you might think is purely because you keep doubting yourself. It's purely because you keep having opposing thoughts. So my task to you is for, as long as it takes, tell yourself day in and day out, my specific person is head over heels for me. My specific person would do anything to be with me. My specific person loves me unconditionally. My specific person has forgiven everything in the past. My specific person wants to be with me forever. The bond my specific person and I have together is the strongest I've ever experienced. The happiness my specific person and I give each other is the most happiness either of us have ever experienced. Create this new story. Because like I said, the second you think this new thought, you are creating it. So right now, if you were to say any one of those things, it is true for you. All you need to do is to continue to persist in that until it plays out in the 3D reality. But your subconscious mind will get to work as soon as you start to impress it. And the best way to impress it is to feed it the story you want to be true. And this is exactly the way. By creating the new story that you want to be true and continuously redirecting your focus back to it as though you are already living it. So ask yourself right now, what am I living? What is my story? What is the first thought that I come to mind? Is that story or thought or assumption benefiting your end result? Is it getting you closer to your end result? Is it assuming your end result? Is it the kind of thing that if you were to keep repeating, your end result would come into play? Now, I mean on a more natural basis as well, not the ones that you kind of tell yourself to affirm. I mean, when you think of your specific person, what is it that comes up initially? That first thought. Is it a gut-wrenching feeling? Is it a, I know they love me, but they just don't want to come back? Is it a, I don't know how we could ever be together? Is it they haven't forgiven me? What is the first thought that comes to mind when you think of your specific person? And then ask yourself, is this benefiting my old story, my new story? Is this benefiting my end result? Is this leading me towards my end result? If the answer is no, then you know why nothing has actualized yet. because you are not in the right state. You are not seeing your person in the way that they should be seen in order to get you the life that you want. So if you create these new assumptions, these new statements, visualizations, scripts, whatever it is that you like to do, feed yourself them on a regular basis. I recommend the morning and the night mostly, because that is when your conscious mind is kind of out of the way. But as you go through the day as well, you are going to want to see if you can catch as many of the opposing thoughts as you have. Now, you don't have to catch every single one, because then you would fry yourself out basically. But catch as many as you can and flip them to, no, of course they love me. They are head over heels for me right now. All they want to do is speak to me. All they ever want to do is spend time with me. And then when you feel like it's true for you, go forward for the rest of your day until it comes up again. And then do the same thing and then go forward. When you do this, you are creating a new story. And when you do this, it is true for you in that moment. You can take comfort in knowing that every time you say something that is in line with your end result, you are, in fact, creating that end result. So if you want anything to be true for you right now, they can be the minute that you start to say that it is the case right now. True for you is what's up here, not out there. Everything that you are seeing on the 3D plane is all old thoughts that were true for you at that time. So if you want your 3D to be true for you based on what you're thinking now, you need to start thinking it now. You need to start changing that assumption now, those thoughts now, changing the story now. Because even though, yes, right in this 3D, it may not be true for you, the second you change your thoughts, the second you change your assumption, you are creating a new 3D. And the more that you persist in this, the more that you create this new story, the more that you allow this new story to overtake the old story, you can know that it is true for you in the 3D one day. But when you waver, when you don't dedicate yourself to the new story, when you don't commit to this new story, you are not committing to making it true to yourself. You are the only person that can create in your reality. So you owe it to yourself to really dedicate yourself for it. You owe it to yourself if you really want this desire, this person, this love of your life, your soulmate, your twin flame, whatever you'd like to call them, you owe it to yourself to dedicate yourself to the new story. Because the second it starts up here, it's true for you. And the second that you are able to let go of the old story and just go, no matter when I think it, no matter why I think it, no matter what I'm being shown, I know that this person is head over heels for me. They love me. They adore me. They're my perfect person. I'm their perfect person. We benefit each other. That is when you are creating it, and that is when it becomes true. But then, obviously, the other side of this is if you start to waver, if you start to doubt, if you start to fear, if you start to get anxious, if you start to question, that's true for you in that moment too. And that will create more of them not being around. Now, they might still love you, but if you start doubting that they'll come in and stuff, that might be why you're getting this kind of reality. The other side of this as well, aside from changing the story of them, is changing the story of you. Are you someone that you view as loved? Are you someone that you view as important, as special, as worthy of being loved, as worthy of being given the attention you desire, as worthy of being committed to, as worthy of being head over heels? Because the way that you see yourself is exactly the way that others will see you as well. So it's one thing to have this amazing assumption of the other person, but if you're not able to see yourself that way, you're going to have to constantly affirm that this person loves you in order for them to love you. Because when you stop affirming, when you stop placing focus on the end result, this is usually where our self-concept comes into play. It kind of takes over. This is the part of us that builds this entire world based on how we view ourselves. So if you're no longer putting the effort, the conscious effort to live in the end, then your self-concept will take over. And if you're not someone who loves themselves, if you're not someone who thinks that they're worthy of love, who thinks they're worthy of showers of adoration, of commitment, of passion, of all of these things, you will get more of that as well. So your person is head over heels for you, in love with you, yours forever. Excuse me, yours forever. The second that you change that assumption in your mind that they are in fact this, and the second that you change the assumption in your mind that you are in fact worthy of this. You create your life, no one else. So whatever they're saying to you right now, that's not true. It was once true when you used to think it, when you dwelled in it, when you feared it. Of course it was true then, and that's why it created. But everything you're seeing is all old, which means when you change now, in the future, the stuff that you'll be seeing will be the old thoughts that are currently today's thoughts. You owe it to yourself to change what you are thinking, to create the life that you desire, to become the person who has it all. You owe it to yourself to dedicate yourself to this. You owe it to yourself to go and get your person. You are in control of your brain, not the other way around. Yes, you may not find it easy to capture every single thought, and I wouldn't expect you to. I don't expect anyone on this planet to catch every single thought. I don't even really expect people to be able to catch 75%. But I reckon you could quite easily catch 50%. And if you make use of the morning where your conscious mind is kind of out of the way, and the night where your conscious mind is kind of out of the way, to really impress your subconscious mind, do an affirmations rampage, read some scripts, visualize a bit, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, affirmations tapes, make use of that time when your conscious mind is out of the way and your subconscious mind is more receptive. That's where the dream is created. Then all you've got to do is just try and catch the majority of your thoughts throughout the day, just to make sure that you're not unearthing the seed that you've placed. And like I said, and I've said a couple of times in this video, the second you change your thoughts to something more desirable, you have changed your future. But this also accounts for the other way. So you have to dedicate yourself, because if you start wavering, you're going to create a wavering future. You owe it to yourself to go and get your person. I'm backing you, Katie's backing you, all the other amazing coaches out there that do this to help you guys, we're all backing you. You deserve the love. You deserve to be loved, you deserve to be happy, you deserve this person. You deserve to be forgiven if you've made mistakes, and because we create our reality, they deserve to be forgiven too, because it was just a subject of what you were thinking, what you experienced because of your self-concept and your constant thoughts. So if you genuinely love this person, they love you too. If you genuinely love this person, forgive yourself for making human mistakes, like creating the bad in them, but also, creating the experience that was bad from them, and anything that you might have done to them, let it all go. And just remember, they love you, they adore you, they are yours. Some of the affirmations that I like to use, I'm just going to give you a few, but these are the ones that I would use if I was trying to, or when I was trying to create the best out of me and Katie's relationship. I am in the most loving, passionate, committed relationship with, obviously I put Katie, but you'd put your specific person. The bond Katie and I have is the strongest I've ever experienced. I am so grateful to be in such a healthy, loving relationship where we can grow together and build together. My life is amazing, and having Katie as part of it makes it even better. So those are the 4 specific person ones. Have as many as you like. Those are just the ones that I have because they feel really impactful for me. I can really feel them when I say them. Like I feel it in my chest. Like, yep, this is actually true. And then the self-concept ones that I like to use is I prioritize myself, and as a result, I am prioritized. Or you can say I love myself, and as a result, I am loved. So it kind of depends on what you're trying to get at here. Every day, in every way, I am loved more and more. Or every day, in every way, my life gets better and better. I put myself first because I know I can then be a better person for other people. Just stuff like that. I'm loved, I'm prioritized, just the general self-concept ones. But make sure that you are coming first in your mind. Make sure that you are worthy of love. Make sure you are worthy of passion, of commitment. And I can promise you, I literally promise you, and obviously I don't lie on this channel. I've never said anything that I genuinely didn't believe, and even when I don't know something, I will say I don't know. I genuinely believe the second you change your thoughts, you are creating a new future. I've seen it from my own experience. I've seen it from clients. I've had clients that, well, I say clients. I've had a couple of clients who were like, basically had put themselves 6 feet deep, and literally within like a day, like maybe not a day, but like it was like a few days where I was like, look, just dedicate yourself. Basically just shut up and get on with it. Dedicate yourself to this new story, and I shit you not, within days they were like, oh, I feel so much better, I feel like this is true, I feel like this is happening. And then not long after that they might get a text or some small talk or something, and it all starts coming together. But the main reason is they dedicated themselves to the new story. They put in the work. I believe that the second you change your thoughts is the second you start creating the new future. All you need to do is stop wavering and it will come in. Stop questioning and it will come in. Stop doubting and it will come in. If you've enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.